Hello everyone, welcome back to day 19 of the challenge. Again, I am Lexi. I am here with you today for a 30-minute glute and ab focus routine. All you need for your routine today is a ball. If you don't have one at home, no worries. You could just do all this workout with body weight. We are going to get started today with our warm-up in a crisscross position. Just bringing those hands onto the knees. We're going to take some shoulder rolls. Making sure that neck and those shoulders are nice and loose for some of the plank work we have coming for you today in this warm-up. And then reverse directions. Start to focus in on your breath here. Have a lot of ab work today. You want to make sure you focus on that breath to really engage that core and get the most out of your movement. Draw those shoulders down the back. And now we're going to do some seated cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, arch through that belly, bring that belly forward. Exhale, arms go long, round to that back. Inhale, sit it back up. Exhale, round to that back. Couple more here. Inhale with that nose, exhale with that mouth. Last one, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then come back to a seated position. We're going to bring those arms up and overhead. Bend it over to the right side. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Bend a little bit deeper. You can drop those arms off to the side. We're going to take a little spinal twist. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth to deepen that stretch. And then bring it back center. We're going to bring those arms up and overhead again. This time bending off to that other side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bend a little bit deeper. Drop those hands off to the side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Twist a little deeper. And then bring it back center. Now we're going to come into a tabletop position. Stacking those shoulders right over those wrists, and those knees are going to come right underneath those hips. Now we're just going to tuck those toes under, and we're going to do a little hover hold. Hover those knees a couple inches above the mat for 10 seconds. Don't hold your breath here. Continue breathing. We set those knees down in 3, 2, 1, set those knees down, untuck those toes, come back into a child's pose. Take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and then rock it back up into that tabletop position. Now we're going to get started with this warm-up. Tuck those toes back under, hover those knees off the mat. We're going to do some shoulder taps. Fight to keep those hips nice and squared with control. Tapping back and forth, engaging your core, pressing away from the mat so you're not sinking down into those wrists. You drop the knees in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Now we're going to bring it forward and then step it out into a full plank position. Now we're going to pike those hips back and then roll it back forward into a plank. Pike those hips back and roll it back forward into a plank. Pike it back. As you bring it back into that pike, really ground those heels as close as you can down into the ground, giving yourself a little hamstring and calf stretch. We add on to this in 3, 2, on 1. Bring it forward into that plank. Now you tap opposite hand to opposite toe as you bring it back into that pike position. If you feel like your body isn't stable here, you can always bring those feet a little bit wider. When you come forward, come back into that plank position. We hold that plank in 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank. We drop those knees in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Great job. Now we're going to get started with some ab work. If you do have a ball at home, you're going to grab your ball, coming down onto your back. Bring those knees into a tabletop position, and then point through those toes. Bring that ball in between the knees, squeezing into the ball with your thighs, pressing that lower back down onto the mat. Bring those arms behind your head, curl that head and chest off the mat, curl it up, and then bring it back down. Exhale as the head curls up. Inhale as it goes back down. Now if you have that ball with you, think about engaging those inner thighs. The ball is not just resting between those legs. You're actually actively squeezing into the ball with those inner thighs, which will help you work even more into that lower core. We hold it up in 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Just squeeze into that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you don't have a ball at home, squeeze those legs together. Start to activate those inner thighs. Try to keep those legs at a 90-degree angle as best as you can, continuing to point through those toes. Release that squeeze in 3, 2, 1. Release that squeeze. Drop the toes down. Bring it back to 90, and then bring the legs out. Squeeze the ball. Bring the legs back to 90. So we tap, lift up, extend the legs out, squeeze, and then bring it back in. Stay with it. We have 10 more seconds in this little combo move. You've got it. Try not to drop that head, but if your neck is straining, feel free to do so. 3, 2, on 1. Remove that ball. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock back and forth. And then we're going to pick that ball back up. We're going to bring that right knee to a 90-degree angle. We're going to bring that hand onto the ball, squeeze into that ball. Now lift your head and chest off the mat. Bring your left hand behind your head. Bring that left knee to meet your right leg. And then you extend that leg long and bring it back in. Extend it long, then bring it back in. If you have that ball, actively squeezing that ball into that knee. If you don't have a ball at home, you can just bring your hand right here and think about squeezing that knee into your hand and that hand into your knee. Resistance from both ends. Every time that leg goes out, extend it all the way long, pointing through that toe. If you need to modify, you can always just bring that leg up a little bit higher, or you can lower that head if your neck is straining, but really try to keep that head up. We hold the leg long in 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg long. Just pulse into that ball. Pulse, pulse. Just here for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. And bring the ball over those knees. Rock back and forth. And then we are going to switch sides. This time, that left leg is coming to that 90-degree angle first. You're going to press that left hand into that ball, and then bring that right hand behind the head, lift the head and chest off the mat, bring the right leg to meet the left, you extend and bring it back in. Actively pressing against that ball the entire time. You want to see that indentation, and if you do not have a ball at home, again, just press that hand into that knee and work against the resistance both ways, trying to keep everything at 90 degrees. With that leg that the ball is on. Exhale as the leg goes long. Inhale as it comes back in. Gazing towards that core. Press hard into that ball. We hold it long. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it long. Pulse into that ball. Only 10 seconds of pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Again, bringing that ball over those shins. Massaging that spine. Now we're going to curl that head and chest back off the mat. Keep that ball right over those shins. You're going to press into that ball. Exhale, extend those arms and legs long. Inhale, bring that ball right back over those shins. Maintaining that head curl the entire time. You're not dropping that head. And then bringing everything back in. Pointing to those toes. Legs are glued together. Taking the bend out of those knees and out of those elbows as you extend everything long. If you need to modify, you can bring that head down to the mat. We only have 10 more seconds in this. Keep that head up if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that head down. Bring those knees into the chest. Now we're going to bring the ball up and overhead. Squeezing into that ball, lift that head and chest off the mat. Bring those legs long to the ceiling, pointing to those toes. And we're going to scissor kick those legs back and forth. Now if you need to here, you can always just bring the head down and continue to press into that ball as hard as you can. But if you can, keep that head up, gazing at that core. Another modification is just to bring your legs down one at a time like this. But if you can, elevate it with that scissor kick. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Okay, keeping that head down for this one. We're going to bring the ball up towards the ceiling. Squeeze into the ball. Bring those legs back together. Point through those toes. Inhale, drop those legs down to 45. Exhale, bring them back up. Inhale, drop them down to 45. Exhale, bring them back up. Think about squeezing into that ball as hard as you can. If your core is starting to fatigue, you can just shorten that range of motion. Your legs can literally go from here to here. You will still feel it. Now, if you want some extra challenge for the last 15 seconds of this, you can curl that head and chest off the mat, lifting towards the core as you lift and lower those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. Great job. You can set that ball off to the side. We're going to end off with some crisscross before we get into our first set of glute work today. So we're just going to keep those knees into the chest, curl the head and chest off the mat, extend that left leg to a 45-degree angle, twist that left elbow over to that right knee, and switch. Try to pick up the pace here with control, extending those legs long in front of you every time, focusing on the core rotation, rotating that core all the way over every single time. 15 more seconds in this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees into the chest. And bring those arms long behind you. Bring those knees from one side to the other. And then rock forward and back until we come to a seated position. Now you're going to come onto your side. Come onto your left side first. You want to stay nice and lifted through your upper body as you work the glutes. So really frame yourself up on that left forearm. Bring that ball in front of that core, and you're going to press into the ball with your right hand. Legs are at a nice diagonal, pressing into that ball. We're going to keep those toes together, and we're just going to lift the leg up and bring it back down. Clamshells. Again, stay nice and lifted through the upper body Exhaling as that leg lifts up. Inhaling as it comes back in. Working that side glute. Not collapsing into that shoulder, nice and lifted. Make sure that heel is off, those heels are off of each other, just connecting through those toes. We hold that leg up in 3, 2, 1, hold it up, pulse, 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 pulse. Act like you're working against a resistance band. Create that resistance for yourself by bringing it to that highest point and pulsing it just a little bit further than that. Not bringing the leg down too far. We hold it open in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Keep those toes together. You go knee to knee, drop it down, and then toe to toe. Drop it down, knee to knee, and then toe to toe. Really think about arching, drawing a little slight rainbow arc with that leg as you tap. You want to be lifting that leg a little bit off of each other. You don't want it to be just here and here. You want to really feel it through that hip. Rainbowing that leg, knee to knee, toe to toe. Stay lifted through that upper body. Don't collapse as your glutes fatigue. We hold that leg closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Just close those legs for a minute. Readjust through your upper body. Make sure you're still pressing actively into that ball. We're going to flex that top foot. You're going to bring it into the chest and then extend it long. Bring it into the chest and then extend it long. Press into the ball to engage your core here. Flexing through that foot. Extend it long. We hold that leg long in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it long, pulse it up, up, up. From that highest point, pulse it up. Don't drop that leg low. 10 more seconds of pulsing. You've got it. Do not drop that leg. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can drop it back down. You can pound out through that right glute. And then we're going to switch sides. So bringing that right forearm onto the mat, lifting through that chest, through that upper body, bringing that ball in front of your core, squeezing into that ball with your left hand. Leg is at a diagonal, toes are together, heels are apart. Open that leg up for a clamshell and then bring it back down. Just touching those toes, seeing how high you can lift that leg up. Exhale as the leg opens, inhale as it closes. We hold that leg open in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it open, pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse from that highest point and digging a little bit deeper every time. Staying open through that upper body. Don't sink down into that shoulder like this. Lift it up. Breathe through it. We hold that leg open in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it open. Drop that knee to knee. And then toe to toe, knee to knee, toe to toe. Rainbowing that leg back and forth. Working into that hip, into that glute. Staying lifted through the upper body. Pressing into the ball still. We bring those legs together in 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg down. Make sure to lift back up through that upper body. If you weren't pressing hard into that ball, press even harder this time. Flex that left foot. We're gonna bring it into the chest and then extend the leg long. Bring it into the chest and extend it long. Pressing into that ball will help you engage your core here. Exhale as that leg goes long. We hold that leg out for some pulses in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out on 1, pulse, 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 still flexing through that foot. Try not to drop that height of that leg. Pulse it up. We have 10 more seconds of pulses. Do not drop that leg. We drop it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Bring that leg back over the bottom leg. You can pound out through that side. And then we are going to come to a seated position on the mat. Legs go long in front of us. Legs are together, feet are flexed, heels are grounded into the mat. We're gonna take some full roll-ups here, working into that deep core. Ball comes in front of us, squeeze into the ball. We're gonna lower together, nice and slow for a count of 8 on this first one. Do not beat me down to the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On 1, the ball should come up and overhead. Inhale, lift that head and chest off the mat. Exhale, round forward over those toes. Sit it back up and then articulate that spine back down to the mat. Nice, slow, and controlled. Make sure your feet are flexed. That will help you keep those heels grounded as you roll it up. If you are at home and you're struggling to keep those heels down on the mat, you can find a couch, tuck those toes under. That will be the modification for now. And then you can work your way up to this. Trying not to use too much momentum, making sure the work is coming from that core, keeping those heels grounded onto the mat, still pressing actively into that ball to engage the arms. As you round it up, work is coming from that lower core. As you articulate the spine back down to the mat, nice and slow, lower back, mid back, upper back. 15 more seconds of work here. Let's see if you can get 1 or 2 more. On this next one, meet me down with the flat back. Lower it down. You can lose that ball. We're going to take a couple stretches, so just bring those knees into the chest, rock back and forth, and then bring those legs into a little happy baby position and rock back and forth, little spinal massage after that deep core work. And then bring those knees together, rock forward and back, come to a seated position, and then we're going to meet in a tabletop position. Make sure that your shoulders are right over those wrists and that those hips are right over those knees. Now you're just going to ground that right hand in that exact same position that we're in. If you have the ball, if you do not have a ball at home, stay in this position right here. If you have a ball, grab the ball with your left hand, extend it long in front of you, and then you're going to press into it. This will give us a little extra core stability and core work as we work the glutes. Now keeping that right hand in line, stacking that shoulder over the wrist on that right side, you're going to bring that right knee in, and then bring the leg out. Bring it in and out. Pointing through that toe, extending that leg long every single time. This ball is giving us some extra stability work as we work the glutes. If the ball is ever not serving you at a point, you can just lose it, but try to stay in it. We hold that leg out in 3, 2, hold it out on 1. We rainbow the leg over and then rainbow back to the other side. So So crossing that right leg over to the left and then rainbowing it back, trying to keep those hips squared off. So stay lifted through that upper body so you're not straining that right wrist, but still press away from the mat. Try to keep those hips square. Weight is mostly in that right hand to do so. We hold that leg up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. We lower the leg and then we lift. We lower and lift. Make sure you're not arching too much through that back. Slight pelvic tuck, engage that lower core. Lifting it up and down. We hold that leg long in 3, 2, 1. Hold it long. Flex the foot as it comes into the glute. Point the toe as it comes back out. Flex the foot as it comes into the glute. Point the toe as it comes back out. Press away from the mat. Don't sink down into that shoulder. We hold the leg long in 3, 2, hold it long on 1. We pulse, 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 pulse it up, burning out that glute. We set the leg down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the leg down. You can sit it back into those heels. You can roll out those wrists for a moment. And then we're gonna keep it going, bringing that ball behind the right leg. You're gonna come down onto the forearms, flex to that right foot, then you're gonna stamp the ceiling with that heel and then bring it back down. Lift it up and down. Try not to arch that back here. Think about engaging that core. We hold it up for a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Pulse that leg. Get it higher every single time. Squeeze into that ball. We hold the leg high in 3, 2, 1. Just hold. See if you can get that leg an inch higher. We set that leg down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Great job. Now coming back onto those hands. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked right over those wrists on that left side, that those hips are right over those knees. Now with that right hand this time, you're gonna extend the ball long, press into that ball, giving us that extra core stability work as we work this left glute. You're gonna bring that left leg in and kick it out. In and out. Exhale as the leg goes long. Inhale as you bring it back in. Keep those hips squared off. Now from here, we're going to rainbow that left leg over to that right side, and then rainbow it back to the left. Rainbow it to the right, and back to the left. Pressing into that right hand to keep those hips squared off. Stay lifted through the upper body so you're not sinking down into those shoulders and hurting those shoulders and those wrists. Also, sorry if there's a slight camera change. The battery died on me, so if I'm in a little bit different of a position, that is why. We're gonna hold that leg long behind us in 3, 2, on 1, hold it long. We lower the leg and we lift. Lower and lift. When you lift that leg up, try to get it high at that highest point before you bring it back down. Still pointing to those toes, trying to keep that bend out of that knee. Exhale as the leg comes up. We hold the leg up in 3, 2, hold it up on 1. Flex the foot as it comes into the glute. Point the toe as it comes back out. Flex the foot as it comes into the glute. Point the toe as it comes back out. Flex and point, keeping that leg at that same height. Hold that leg long behind you for a pulse in 3, 2, On one, hold it out, pulse it up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep those hips squared, don't drop into that shoulder, press away from the mat with the upper body. We set that leg down in 3, 2, 1, set it down, bring it back onto those heels, roll out those wrists. And then we're gonna bring that ball behind that left knee this time. Coming down to the forearms, flex that left foot. Make sure you're not arching through your back here like this. You're gonna tuck that lower core in and then flexing that foot, stamp the ceiling, and bring it back down. Bring it up and down. If you do not have a ball at home, just fight to keep your leg at that 90-degree angle as if you did have something behind that knee. Keep those hips squared off, press into that left forearm so that you're not dumping into that right side. We hold that leg up for a pulse in 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, pulse, 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 pulse it up. From that highest point, see if you can get that leg up even higher. Keep it going, you got it. Hold that leg up for a hold in 3, 2, 1. Just hold that leg up. See if you can get it an inch higher. Don't drop it down. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg down. Great job. All right, you can lose that ball. We are done with the ball today. Y'all did amazing. We're just gonna stretch it out and then we will be done. So we're gonna come into a downward dog position, pedal out through those heels. We really burned out those glutes today. We're gonna bring that leg high to the sky and then bring it through for a little pigeon pose, stretching through that side glute, bringing those forearms down to the mat. If you can, if that's not accessible to you, just hold it up right here. Keeping those hips squared off in the center. And then when you're ready, you're gonna ground that left toe back onto the mat, bring that right leg to meet it, and then bring that left foot up, and then bring it through pigeon pose on this side. Leg goes long behind you, hips are squared if you can, coming down to those forearms. Y'all did amazing today. I know that super focus on glutes and abs burns so quickly, so very proud of you for getting through it. Just breathing here, lowering that heart rate. Nice little stretch. One last inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth before we tuck that right toe under and then press it back up. Pedal out through those heels one more time. And then we're gonna come down into a tabletop position. We're gonna take some flexion extension here. So inhale, drop that belly down. Exhale, round to that back, tuck that chin, press the mat away. Inhale, lift that head and chest up, drop that belly down. Exhale, round to that back. Now you're gonna come forward and then let yourself, those hips come down. Just working, bending from side to side, stretching into those abdominals. And then you're gonna sit it back. Take a nice little child's pose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Another inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then you can sit it up and we are done for today. Thank you so much for moving with me. Y'all absolutely killed it. I hope you're loving the challenge so far and we'll see you tomorrow.